Morning. Ever feel like you're on a stranded island, maybe a Gilligan's Island? I don't know why I was thinking about that this morning, and as I'm going through my walk here, it feels like I'm on a bit of a quiet little deserted island. That could be a good thing or maybe not such a good thing, especially if maybe you feel like your weight loss journey has been more like you've been stranded on an island. And I think back, I don't know if you guys can reminisce back to the days of Gilligan's Island. Do you remember? They set up on, and I wish I had the song. If I was brave enough, maybe I'd sing the song for you. Just sit right back and you hear a tale of a faithful ship that started something, blah, 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 board this, blah, blah, blah. And you remember the song, right? If you remember that theme song in the beginning, I watched all of Gilligan's Island. And what happened, right? These guys went out on a cruise, remember Marianne and Gilligan and the professor, and they got stranded on an island. And if you are on a weight loss journey currently and you feel like you're maybe stranded on a deserted island, right? This message is for you. That's often the case. A lot of times I hear people, by the way, my name is Mark Avens. I'm your Bulletproof Christian Fitness Mentor. And we're going to talk about Gilligan's Island and maybe feeling like you're deserted. You can't get off the island, right? You've tried all the weight loss things, and you just can't get off the weight loss island, meaning like you're still on a weight loss journey, right? You've been on this journey for maybe years and years and years, and you feel like you're still stuck on this island like Gilligan's. They couldn't get off the island. Remember the stories? They tried to build the raft, they tried to do this, and they tried to do that. Well, what's the difference between Gilligan's Island? You want to know why they actually survived? Check this out. You want to know why they survived? And they, I think, finally got off the island, right? I believe that was the end when they did get off the island. And you know how they finally got off the island and how you can too? I'm going to make it real simple. They got off the island because they were together. And here's the problem with most people and what they have. Check this out. It's pretty beautiful. Well, you can't really see. There's some turtles probably down here. We're going to go for a nice little walk. All right, let's see. Hopefully we're still on that deserted island. Well, here's the thing, is when you are going through the journey and you're going through it alone, it can be way harder, way harder. And that's how I believe. Now, mind you, it was only a TV show, right? Gilligan's Island was a TV show. But you know why they all actually survived? They finally survived and got off the island because they went through it together. And it's what I think about somewhat with some squirrels. Owen does not like the squirrels. In fact, he got one earlier this week. So one of the things I want to share with you on this journey that you might be on, and this feeling like you're stuck on a deserted island. Here's a beautiful little picture. Maybe it's not so serene like this. Maybe you feel completely lost, but maybe you feel like you're just, because you're by yourself, you feel like you're all alone, you have no help. You've tried so many different ways and you've gotten stuck over the years, and you're still at this point now where you're like, gosh, what do I do? How do I get out of this? What am I supposed to do? And I want to share with you is one of the things that I think can truly be the difference is actually not going through it by yourself, having actually people, Marianne, who do you resonate most with? The professor, Marianne, Gilligan? Like, think about those people and think about the potential that you have to get off the island. Now, I don't know where you're at, and I don't know how long you've been stuck for, but if you've been trying to do this on your own, if you've been trying to lose weight, I can tell you it's way harder. Like, the people that connect, the people that go through journeys together, my inner circle is one of them, and they're all improving, they're getting better. And you know what? It's not easy, but they're getting through it. And why are they getting through it? Because they're getting through it together. So I want to encourage you on this Wednesday, if you feel like you're on an island and you're all by yourself, get around people who are going to be supportive, get around people who are going to help you. You can reach out to me. Hey, it's June, half the year is almost over. Isn't that kind of crazy to think? Let's get out here. Come with me for a moment. Seeing that, morning. Let's see, we got the turtle sleeping. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna give you the answer, the solution right here, right now. You wanna get off the island? Guess what I'm doing right now? You gotta move forward. You gotta keep walking, you gotta keep trying. You gotta learn. You gotta learn from your mistakes. And how do you learn from your mistakes? You find out how people got through their weight loss battles, got over their journey if they're trying to lose 30, 40, 50 pounds, right? The reality is you can get off that island. You can get out of being unstuck. You can get, or out of being stuck. You can get unstuck. You can live the life that you want. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be sure a whole lot harder if you do it on your own. Do you think if say Gilligan was the only one that got stuck on the island, do you think he would have probably survived? Probably not. Do you think the professor by himself would have survived? Probably not. Maybe Marianne? Definitely not, right? If you think of Ginger, or maybe the what were they? The millionaires? I forget the name of them. The Howells, maybe? I can't remember who they were. But chances are they survived, right? We're talking Gilligan's Island here. I'm maybe going out on a limb here to talk to you about Gilligan's Island, but it kind of feels like I'm on a little bit of an island right now. So how did they get off the island? They got off it by going through it together. And the biggest thing that really is preventing most people from honestly losing and staying stuck on the island is they're on it by themselves. Truly, they don't have support. Their spouse doesn't support them. Their friends don't support them. They don't have family members that support them. That's why it's important to find yourself a crew. Get yourself around. Like, we have an inner circle. If you want to know more about that, just literally, I'm going to drop the link down below. And all it is where you and I, or one of my team members, will get on a call. We'll see where you're trying to get to, how you're trying to get off, what kind of island you're on. In other words, what kind of weight loss journey have you been on? How long have you been on it for? What are you trying to achieve? What's getting in the way? And I'm going to give you basically a 3-step action plan to help you get off the island. Because I don't know about you, but being stuck on an island, if you're all by yourself, isn't really all that fun. It really isn't that fun. In fact, you can actually make weight loss more fun. In fact, it's really fun when you get the weight off and you can actually focus on some real goals. Can you imagine actually having some real goals you can focus on that's not weight loss? Can you imagine having some fitness goals, like maybe running your first 5K, right? Or maybe fitting back into the jeans that you want, or maybe doing your first 10 push-ups, or maybe going for a paddleboard excursion, or going on a kayak, something like that. I want to encourage you on this day. And I want to encourage you to actually not give up. To, even if you're on the island by yourself, get yourself around other people. Get yourself surrounded by people who are going to build you up, or going to encourage you. You can take my encouragement here on a daily basis if I come on live and share this with you. But if you don't take the action steps, you're never going to get off the island. It's going to just be you and you. There's going to be nothing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a link, and it is June. And here's a really cool thing. We got a lot of celebrations. I also got something really huge to celebrate, but the only way you're gonna know, because I have something really cool that I'm doing, if you end up becoming the right fit, I have a special offer just for you. And I literally can only take really the max about 10 new people each month. And when those spots are done, they're done. And after last night's masterclass we had on weight loss, I think already, even though we're only in the 3rd day of the month, we probably have about half of those filled. So if you want to actually get started, if you want to stay stuck on the island, fine, it's probably not for you. If you want to stay in a weight loss battle, if you want to stay stuck, if you want to not be able to do the fun things that you want to do, summer's here. If you want to just stay kind of miserable, feel like, you know, not maximizing your full potential is where you want to stay at, that's fine, have at it. But if you're looking to get off the island and you want to be surrounded by not just a coach, but a community of people who are going to also encourage you, stay with you, stick with it. The hardest part is not getting started on a weight loss journey. The hardest part is sticking with it. That's where most people fail. And that's why most people in my coaching program actually crush it and they succeed. Not only do they succeed, they actually become super successful on not just their weight loss, but on these other goals they start actually reaching towards that they never knew they had the potential for. And that's the difference. So do yourself a favor. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop sitting on the fence. What are you waiting for? Like, here's the thing that comes up often to me. Mark, I just don't know. We have these expenses, and we have bills, and we have this. And I'm going to ask you, like, here's the thing. People say, I don't know if I can afford coaching or a coach. I don't know. Like, my question is, can you afford not to? Think of the expense. Think of the cost. What it's truly costing you, not to be in the kind of shape, not to have the weight off. Think about pre-diabetes. Think about lost times at office. Think about vacations that you can't really enjoy or do the way you want to because you're out of shape and overweight. Like, think of those things. What's that costing you? How much is that worth to you? Maybe it's not worth that much. Maybe I'm going out on a limb here, but if it is worth it to you, then you probably will figure out a way to get the help you need, whether it be me or some other coach. So I'll tell you what, it's Wednesday.